Hi everybody, my name is Crystal and this is This Provincial Life. Today I'm going to be doing the Gilmore Girls book tag. So if you've done this, I'm super excited, so let's just get right in. So before I begin, I would like to say if you haven't watched the Gilmore Girls series, I would recommend that you go and watch it before watching this video because it does spoil you. I would think that you would know better. But I will be talking about some of the characters in the Gilmore Girls in some context, and I'm not going to hold back because if you've clicked on this video, it assumes you know enough about Gilmore Girls to want to see me relate them to books. I thought I would show this was appropriate for this video. It's a sweatshirt that I have that's like my weekend is all booked because that's all Rory does, you know, on the weekends is studying and stuff. So I felt like that was appropriate. I would really like to talk to you guys about the characters I like in Gilmore Girls because I don't feel like they're represented well in this tag. So I love Paris. Paris is my favorite character, and the reason I love her is because of her character development. Yes, she's uptight. Yes, she's annoying. And yes, but you know, she starts out with being so manipulative and conniving and so has no self-esteem, and she wants so badly for people to like her, but she doesn't know how to get people to like her. And then by the end, her and Rory are best friends. Yes, they have kind of a warped friendship, but Paris really changes a lot. And then also for Emily Gilmore to just define her as being rich, and therefore you're going to talk to her about being expensive, I feel like Emily really changes over this series. You know, she starts out with being so controlling, and yes, she has her moments of control, but she really improves. You know, she tries hot dogs. She goes and shops in some stores at the mall that she's never tried before. You know, she tries frozen pizza and all of these things that don't really fit into her mold, and she kind of bursts out of that, and it's not really represented in this book tag. So the first question is for Lorelai, which is a witty and sarcastic character, and I chose Helen from My Plain Jane by Cynthia Hand and the other two people I can't remember off the top of my head. And Helen, I'm not going to say too much about it because I don't want to spoil it for you, but Helen is my favorite character in My Plain Jane, and sarcastic and witty just perfectly fits her character. The next one is for Rory, which is what is my favorite classic, and I basically just answered that. It's Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. Absolutely my favorite book. Absolutely amazing. All about a woman becoming who she is and who she wants to be without defining herself as a wife. You know, she tries to be as strong and independent in a society where every woman is mostly defined by being a wife, and that's it. The next one is for Luke, and it's a book that you are afraid to admit you like. And these are Carrie Hope Fletcher books and then Giovanna Fletcher books, because they are kind of very simplistic in writing style, and they're not ones that a lot of people in the States read because we don't have a ton of access to them. But I love their books. Usually if I'm in the mood for a Sarah Dessen and I can't find one at the library, then I'll pick up a Giovanna Fletcher book or a Carrie Hope Fletcher book, because I feel like they're just sweet and easy to read, and they're fun to fill in between really heavy books. So, but those are ones that I don't really talk about liking too much because a lot of people on in the booktube world are these are so cliche and so tropish. But every once in a while I'm in the mood for a sweet contemporary. So, sorry not sorry. The next one is for Lane, and that's a musical character. And that is, the one I chose is If I Stay by Gail Forman. And it's just all about a girl. There's a lot of things that it's about, but it's about a girl that she's very musically inclined, and it's just about her. I'm not going to go too much into it because that's one of the books where I feel like you should go into it a little bit blind, because it is very kind of like a yeah, it's very much one where you need to go and read blindly. Okay, so the next one is for Dean, and that is my very first book love. And so I'm going to take this as my very first book love since I've been on BookTube or been introduced to BookTube, and that is Gem from the Infernal Devices series by Cassandra Clare? Yeah, I think so, Cassandra Clare. And like, I did not like the City of Bones series, so I was very hesitant to pick this series up, but I loved it. I was so impressed by it. I felt like the story arcs were very well done and very well executed, and then Gem is just, well, come on, he's a gem. He's so sweet, so considerate, and just everything you want in a guy, and he's just really awesome. So the next one is for Suki, which is a book that you devoured, and I'm choosing The Great Alone by Kristen Hanna, and this is amazing. I listened to this on audiobook and I could not put it down. I kept finding stuff to clean and kept finding things to do on my computer to just keep me busy, so I could say, oh, it's okay for me to read this book because I'm organizing my Pinterest board for 6 hours. And the book was 13 hours long, and I finished it in 6 hours. I finished it in 2 days. So it was amazing. Highly recommend that book. It's all about a family that goes to Alaska, and it's about how they learn to survive there and some family issues that they go along the way. And if I have already posted my review on it, I will link it. If I haven't, just keep your eyes open and it will pop up in your feed in the next little bit, because I did do a spoilery review and a spoiler-free review of that. The next one is for Jess, and it's a book I love that everybody else gets a lot of hate for. Now, just to preface, I don't like Jess as a character on Gilmore Girls, so I feel like this is not a good question for him. I wish I could change it. I'm not going to, but I think Jess is a jerk, and I'm sorry, but he is. He's selfish. I don't like him. But for this, anyways, for the story, I chose The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. Everyone seemed to love this book, and then all of a sudden, right after, everyone started to say they hated it, and everyone came out of the woodworks saying it was so controversial and not a very good representation of love and all of these things, and I was still here I think I still like it. So I reread it and was like, yeah, I still like it. I understand it's not going to change the world, but it fulfills its purpose, which is important to me. So the next one is for Miss Patty, and it's a book that was ruined by the hype. And I chose The Raven Cycle by Maggie Stiefvater. I did start this series, and I was so excited because everyone kept saying it was so atmospheric and so creepy, and I tried to listen to the audiobooks, and I got through the first one, and I was like, okay, that was good, but I don't really remember what happened. And then I listened to the second one, and I was like, I don't get what the hype is, and so I stopped reading it. However, it's not like a series where I'm going to put it down and be like, I'm never going to pick it back up, because I would love to pick up The Raven Cycle again and try it again, and maybe I won't try the audiobooks. Maybe I'll actually just read the books, because it seems like something I should really love. The next book is for Emily Gilmore, and that is an expensive book, and I chose the Hugo Cabaret, and it is a picture book, but it's intermediate. It's intermittent with chapters, and it explains what's in the book, in the pictures, and it's really thick, it's really expensive, and it's beautiful, and I would love to own it someday. It's so expensive, and it's just hard to kind of validate, oh, I'm going to pick up this book that's $60, but I mean, it's cute. I recommend it. I don't hear a lot about it on BookTube. For the last one, it's for Paris, and that is an uptight character. And I chose Professor Umbridge from Harry Potter. I mean, come on. That's like the ultimate uptight character where she's just taking the rules beyond where they should be and just being very, very much a stickler and to the point of insanity. And I really feel like she fits that. But with that being said, hopefully you guys found some good books that you would be interested in. If you haven't done this Gilmore Girls tag and you love Gilmore Girls, go ahead and do it. Consider yourself tagged by me. And I hope that you guys will like and comment and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!